the initiative.
The geothermal coming full speed because we digging road the court and rolling pipe for
How
a
much
while.
how much megawatts will be getting that from geothermal? Huh?
That is a factorless point because Dom are going to be buying the current from the geothermal there. So the geothermal going to sell the current to Dom like
Dom
kind
like
of
good.
profit. Dom are going to sell it to us.
So who in
as a
charge?
profit.
So who in charge of the geothermal?
But foreign company, but that passed in parliament already. They man thing after all that billions, 50, $80 billion they man with 80
but brother man, the geothermal project is a CBI funded project.
So long the man talk about that,
No,
privatizing that, but you man.
it's not a CBI funded project, Pyro.
But nothing no funded by
Okay.
CBI now. But not really funded by CBI now.
Thank you for telling me, no, Pyro.
Because, no, but remember the CBI, like basically all the apartments and the health centers, the statistics we have about it, the CBI will finance them, you know. The CBI pay for it. But presently based on it because the properties and the MMC building, they're still on the MMC.
So MMC, they're still on the MMC because the sign still there.
But they still the MMC name. They be living there, rushing for MMC. Oh,
As a friend, I tell you, if I have to think of the things these people tell, if I have to think of the kind of things my grandmother and other elders tell me about what Patrick John was going to do in his time, why the people uprise against Patrick John. My brother, we have more than too much to uprise right now.
No, but what I find Patrick John situation.
Boy, they tell us, what I understand from these people is, right? Patrick John was going to sell Dominica to foreign, to Ku Klux Klan and foreigners and all kind of, yeah. And today we have white people and communist people. Today we have communists by the country. Long time we do nothing about it. We say nothing.
If you look at the trend of the world, when the society don't like you, they just throw those things at you and we go on a build.
I agree. They put a stigma on you.
Yeah, we hate Russia. We have to defend.
But that one is not a stigma.
Look, now the Prime Minister want to bring in Palestinians.
But I'm telling you, what that is going on in Dominica right now is not a stigma, it's not a rumor, it's happening for real.
No, but what I do tell you, the discussion, like because that I doesn't understand, you know. Like the Prime Minister say, well, you know, in discussion, if they pay, we bring Palestine. So like we don't even have a say if we take in Palestinians in the country or not.
Let me give you a joke. A young panda me tell me, boy, they bring in Palestinians to bring in Palestinians, boy, that's a good thing, boy. That man full of oil, boy. That man is businessman, boy. Big money gonna come in, boy. Don't tell just watch it and listen and laugh, you know. I watching the youth when I check in. Boy, they make these people put rubbish in their head now, boy.
No, but the conversation is not if it's a good thing to bring them in, do bring them in, you know. But how it is that somebody can just decide to just bring in another nation in a country. Because let me tell you that when you pay for
what is the reason you bring them?
When you pay for the ethnic cleansing, it have different roles, you know. We can kill you out, but it's to take you out of the land, you know.
Oh, yeah, that don't you? Yeah, what you just said, huh? You check, like you check in how the Prime Minister can just stick on his own and just decide to just bring in Palestinians in Dominica. Which, yeah, no, that is one of the things myself I just always check. Like our political structure is a mad political structure. When you win, when a political party win the election, winner takes all in. Yeah.
The parliament hijack.
So that whole party system
is a bad one.
Yeah, man, of course. You check. That is why now man does always advocate to change that system. Yeah. You check me. The independent movement have separation of powers and them different things there. You check me because the political system in itself, it corrupting within itself. You check me. What are you telling me? Two branches of government. We have two branches of government that is one in Parliament and Cabinet. Yet Cabinet supposed to answer to Parliament. You check? So they cannot answer to themselves. So you're supposed to separate the branches. It's one. You check? to me, next thing we should be voting for our president.
But Pyro, even if we voting for our president, the president still not supposed to be in a way to the say, I'm going to bring in Palestinians or bring in Israelites in Dominica. You saw
Yes,
a
but-
referendum, people supposed to give their views on
But
that.
that's what I come into. So at the end of the day now.
But me said a sick person, nobody tell me say you talk too much.
But that is the thing too. Like them kind of a high
You
level.
don't want a referendum is in Dominica?
Like them kind of a high level thing there. But you see what them man do? Is the political system, that need reform, my brother.
Yeah, well,
You check?
that is definite.
Because at the end of the day, if we don't do that, them politicians there is like the man have absolute power to do what they want, Because once you win the election, it's like you have the administrative authority to do anything, practically. Especially since you have the majority of parliament, so it's like you come there and the way the system set up, nobody do go and vote. Nobody on your side do go and vote against you.
Yeah,
Because it's a whole gang kind of a thing. Let me tell you now, that like organized crime, You check me.
That's one of my issues. That's one of my issues with that. We have to understand. We have to understand. We have to understand. But just now, we have to understand that entire system is a European one. Okay, granted, this is
Not just European, British, UK.
British, yeah, but it's
Because the rest of Europe have different systems. Like France have a different system. Germany have a different system. They have different administrative system. When you go Scandinavian countries, they have a different system. So some of them have like direct democracy. So same thing like you're talking about. Some of them you have to vote on key issues that affecting the country. So
but let me finish what I saying there, because what you say there, you're correct. But when at individual countries of the world, they built in one bubble, but when they come together under the European Union, it's all of them. And they are presenting all their policy plans for us to be able to access to their money.
because they remember the European Union have their own thing too, They have their parliament, So the ministers in the different country, they have their how they I don't know exactly how it's set up, but they have a parliament for the European Union. So the European Union can dictate to them certain things. Like it have criteria you have to meet for it to be part of the European Union, and like when them man passing laws, like you have to pass certain laws that the European Union pass down to you. So it have certain thing to it where the European Union in itself have, because that was one of the things with the Brexit. Why Britain left.
European Union
Right.
was taking
Because
refugees from all places, and that's what the English people vote no on the referendum for, because they didn't want terrorists to be gathered with them walk into the country. That is what they give on the news. The only thing is that when they vote to leave the European Union, they didn't understand that the rest of the privileges was going through. So then that has created a whole Brexit situation. It's the thing I'm watching closely. They changed one different prime minister to finalize the Brexit, Britain leaving, the exit of Britain from the European Union, and
Boris Johnson for him thinking.
But what I mean to say, when I label them as European, it's like it's the West, it's the Western world, because we just talk about Europe and different system, but one system, because the West, when the West come together and make a decision, it's one system, all of them support each other. Germany.
I wouldn't say that, because unlike now, they have in there. Yeah, man. Like I think is it?
Well, the only
Like
difference
all
is
so see that.
is Donald Trump, and then that is just a problem for everybody.
See that? I think.
That is the only problem.
Which one of them?
The European Union, they combine with their
Listen to that. Either I can't remember if it's Italy or Spain or one of them, or if it's two of them. But they agree. If Netanyahu come on their side, they are arresting him under the international warrant that was issued for him.
Yeah, well,
You check?
definitely.
So they have in they just have their difference. Some of them now agree to side with China.
When you say difference, I don't making them people make their show on the distraction.
No, like some of them even siding with China and agree like they put America on their side and agree to side with China.
Germany buying all Russian oil, they might have a problem with Russia making money.
Exactly.
Like that like a game show, Wheel of Fortune. I cannot focus too much on
No,
that.
but
Then people
it's a whole survival thing too.
like rather the only disrupt it have there now 2024 breakout, who vex, lost. Donald Trump come in this situation and just create a chaos like people cannot think straight. You live in the Caribbean, you see leaders can't fix straight. You see what leaders resign. Come on, man. Happen in the fantasy that happened then. I want people to resign.
Right there.
The Prime Minister of Canada resign. Trinidad people resign. It's Donald Trump just come because it's a chaos he created, you know. Remember with Trump, he did a loose can on anything at any time. Joe, I telling you, and he's not part of the, he's not a welcome member of the WEF, which we are most of the policies coming out, the whole European Union, World Bank, all that. But it's the WEF that making all the policy, you know. You check? And they just passing it down to be implemented through the IMF, the WHO, the World Bank, and the European Union, and that is what it is, you know. But the rich people in the world come together and they're making policy and they like money. So they just take in. But that is what it is. But no, I don't know. When you watch it and you put your mind, you put your mind too much on the game, you show them people presenting to you. Then look at the background, everything in the end. Because everybody do not against Russia. They put on sanction on Russia, but Russia economy thriving more now because the people put sanction on Russia.
But they must buy from Russia.
More money in Russia.
They must buy.
So what I supposed to think about? Put my brain in that madness. No, when Russia and Ukraine have a war, we never get fuel from the Middle East. We never burn Middle East fuel in our transport, you know. But when it's a war in the Middle East, the price of our fuel going up. Our leaders just agree for that. When our fuel and thing coming out, South America, Latin America, and the place there, you know.
Yeah, one set of people controlling the fuel from all over, which is OPEC.
So when I tell you the European thing is all of them because Europeans setting the standard
OPEC
price
did
of
that
fuel
control
around the world. Huh?
That is done by OPEC.
By OPEC.
OPEC is what?
OPEC is the organization of oil producing nations. OPEC is the one that's selling oil establishing oil prices. Now if you go below what OPEC established, OPEC members, so OPEC have its members. So you're talking about countries like Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, I think Venezuela.
Venezuela is part of it, yeah.
Iraq, all the major oil producing nations, Russia, America.
But majority of them, if I run the OPEC, we.
Part of OPEC, you know.
Yeah, man.
And they are the ones that deciding what is the price. And they controlling the oil market. They can fluctuate.
Yeah.
You don't see sometimes how the Arabian might check, okay, we're not producing as much barrels. So,
Right.
cut down on their production.
I
Price.
want to explain to me that I watch all those things on the information site daily. But I just tell myself I don't play part in that game show because in Dominica we don't have a current price body. Why the EDF? Like the regulatory body of the energy price here.
What?
First of all,
No, but it seems like OPEC is the thing that regulates the price of fuel. But we have an energy regulatory
Not
body.
ERC now, that doing that now.
but we have, you see,
I can't figure you going
ERC are doing that.
the thing is it, government is our regulatory body. Our economy is much smaller than any one of those countries we're speaking about, right? So we have what we call a mixed economy, and in a mixed economy, the government participates. So it's supposed to be like both regulatory and still participate. So government's supposed to be like private, public sector, because it's a mixed economy. But then our government trying to basically take over the private sector. And yeah. But when you look at it, when you look at the function of what a government is supposed to be and what a government is supposed to do, the function of a government is to regulate the economy. You check? That is a real and true function of a government, to regulate the economy. So that same thing you're talking about there, putting prices in place, watching the economy, how things developing, how you can control things, how you can prevent certain things, how you can facilitate something, create that environment that can facilitate the growth of the economy and the growth of the people. So it's not just about dollars and cents, like I would say, GDP and Or like the man will talk about GDP, and try to make GDP sound like. But you have to look at is the growth of the country is not just about getting investors to invest and talking about GDP and them kind of a thing, the gross domestic product. You have to look at the people, how the people developing, how the people interacting, what is the state of the people, if employment and different things. You know, if people are happy, if people can afford things, and to see if a country truly developing. Look at the education system, how the education system feeding into the economy. Can the economy absorb, say, if 1,000 students graduate today or tomorrow? Can the economy absorb those 1,000 students and find employment for all of them or the majority of them? And them is where we fail in. So the policies we should be developing is policies that can facilitate them kind of things. You check, have an economy, put the policies in place to have an economy that is driven by the private sector, and yeah, and government now can kick back to their function of more regulating the economy and more overseeing the overall function of everything, and like playing a referee role. You check me, because that is what they're supposed to be doing as regulators, playing the referee role, ensuring man don't take advantage of man by there. So they would have all them different. That is why you see government have all them different departments. You check, if you and your employer have a dispute, you can go to what they call them, labor division and them different thing. Yeah, you check. You have all them different commission to hire people, do them different thing. You have the industry of commerce, how they calling them. I even forget. Yes, I even forget most of them things. You have police department. You have, but it's more regulatory. You check, and where the private sector falling short, government would cover it up. But that is not what we see in Dominica presently now. Them man basically trying to take over the private sector and try to have their hands involved in everything.
Okay, but right. So that is our local. That is our local problem, right? In a nutshell.
Yeah, man.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
man. That
nice.
is a serious issue.
I agree with you 100%. But if we have a government system and look into the West, when the West, the West, the United Nations, or they call them, and we know the organizations that fronting there for them. So if you ever come and look into the West, now the West make an agenda for the world for 2030. The head.
Right.
But if we discussing how we want, how we like our lives to be, which is I appreciate that and I like part of that discussion. But a thing we have to be adamant about and conscious about. These people set us up already, Remember we never a lot of money, we never a lot of things they invest in us,
So are we going to get away from that?
Oh, you have to answer the question. No. Because we invest heavily, they invest heavily in us, And especially from 2015 to 2020, the past 10 years, a lot of billions of dollars invested in Dominica in that first climate resilient country, which we tag on to, we agree to, we never understand, like the Brexit. We agree to, and now, 10 years later, we see that climate resilient country is talking about. If it was an indestructible country, it was a country overrun by the government grab and take all the resources, That is what that climate resilient country and the investment was in Dominica. If by 2 days, 10 years later, you cannot see that, but you never see it again. You never see it again. So whatever is the agreement this our administration signed on to, they bind it to it. Because when they deliver the argument to us, we accept it because we think of indestructible things and we think of access to the world money. But no, we bind it to them. You see when the Samoa agreement come, like we talking about it like we have a choice to sign it with. Yeah. And it's this kind of thing we put our back against the wall. We support the people that put our back against the wall to our detriment, but we just agree. We didn't have a choice. It just be like a flamma thing to publicize it, But we have a choice. When people dictate and tell you the amount of money we invest in Dominica from 2015 after Tropical Storm Erica, fast forward to 2017, Hurricane Maria, fast forward to COVID when they want to take all their deal and their stimulus and all their vaccine and their thing. All of them come with a price and a bill.
And we still
We
see
just
them money.
sit down and imagine like have somebody in the world.
But we still see them
for
money.
free. We still see the money there. Jordan, and along that line, we sell how much passport we don't know, but our economy and our mindset based on passport have a revenue stream for government. So right now in our mind, government have our money. We want it, we want part of it, we want to share in it. But we never tell ourselves, how come we have all that free money from passport? But how come we always have all that loan taking?
Don't they? So many
Loan
things,
never
man.
stop now. And
So many
CBI
things
rise
that
up
man never
basically
tell us.
2014, 2015, and then I know European Union and United Kingdom and individual countries dump money in that climate resilient first generation country thing we talk about. We don't talk about that again. What else is attached to that? Because we get a boatload of money for that, you know, from the world. And look around.
What is the deal
It
for
don't have
them?
not much to show for that money. You know.
Boy, that's stuff I telling you.
Because the climate fund dump about $50 billion in Dominica. About $15 billion in Dominica. You try the individual countries and organizations, the king, the Prince of Wales and
Prince Charles.
and Bill Clinton come Dominica, they forget bring our
Prince
money
Charles.
and but so much different things. We just drink forget juice and forget. But all of the money just come with an agreement and a price, you know, we just think the money free.
Boy.
And that is where we just go astray. Huh? Money free, man. Another problem is free.
That's our money for reparation, man.
We have to have a government of intelligence to do that.
So
Because
Dr.
that is
Dublin,
option.
so Dr. Dublin to answer the questions.
Dr. Dublin fails to meet you with your political agenda. The man cannot sit
No,
down,
but
reparation committee.
If
and
the
they don't bother
money,
talking
if the
nonsense.
money is free money and we get it for reparation, the man that is the head
No,
of
no,
the.
don't mix things, you know, make the viewers think we get the money for reparation, you know. We don't get the money for
No,
reparation.
I'm just telling you, as you see, if they are free money,
Like the passport
and
money we're talking about. Like
Oh,
the free
okay,
money.
okay,
The
okay.
passport money.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
free money, the passport money. Then we have some grant money for drains. We have loan money, half grant, half loan. Some grant, some loan. Along the way, we have to listen to the things. Once you have the finance buy before finance buy. Then there is a loan. But I know where they're teaching those things. But the finance buy fund it means you have to pay me back, you know, but you have to pay back in cash. You have to pay back in kind. You can pay back in scratch back. But when you have finance, you have a figure that
Is that politics tricks, you know, Phil?
well, it's not a positive, it's a terminology we're using, but we don't get in the explanation of the terminology in our mind. Which am I telling you?
Yeah, because brother man, like here you goes. Look at another situation that's going on right now in the country, the whole legalization of the marijuana. Huh? They had consultations going in different communities talking about legalization of marijuana and issuing license for a man to can farm marijuana, issuing license for farmers to grow marijuana and these things. But according to Paris, a whole con man thing that there. You have a consultation going on for legalization of marijuana and issuing license, but you have license that don't issue already and man planting marijuana.
So long. Yeah,
Huh?
yes, it just damaged country. People have to find out.
So my brother thought play politics tricks with we the poor people, Rasta.
The popularity countries are there now. So
That I went to the meeting on last Tuesday in Grand Bay. You know, I wanted to a lot of more marijuana growers to have come to that meeting because I wanted to make that statement in front of them. I didn't make that statement in front of them. I spoke up there, but I didn't speak about that because I find you don't have enough people to give them that level of information. You understand that these people have us wasting our time telling us about license and all these kind of things, and there are people they don't issue license to.
But before we continue that trend, you know, I don't think I support that legalization of marijuana unless it coupled with reparation again for the damages caused to family, people, individuals for marijuana because of marijuana.
Well, that
then
is-
it don't make any sense.
And that is the issue,
Because
and that is the issue of the
So
situation.
anybody sit down
You see
and
what
have
it,
the first
that is
discussion.
that is what I talk about. You see what you're talking about there? That is what I spoke about in the meeting. You understand me? What about the history?
Yeah,
What about the
you must-
people
you
that
must-
get?
you must push that.
You understand me? What about us that get brutalized? Our forefathers and the others. You understand? That get brutal.
27 years.
You understand?
for murder of Lennox and Church family.
What about those things?
Check me.
look,
All
but
them thing was a war, you know.
but Pyro presently speaking, it have man that in jail they probably right now for
Yeah,
marijuana.
man, for marijuana.
You understand?
Paying
So that I tell you, I wanted plenty more because I thought it would have a bigger turnout in Grand Bay, knowing that Grand Bay is a ganja community, especially a well, Pyro. That is the next thing.
All them man doing it.
Now you see, Pyro. That is why I'm gonna agree with you that they don't trust the system because a woman was in the meeting and she check in. Only they're talking, but I don't hear in her license is $50,000. So Dr. Kenneth Darrow tell her, no, you don't have no license for $50,000 as yet and nothing like that. We don't know the prices of it. We're having a discussion so we can bring the different advices and different views to the government and choose a proper thing, a proper proposal and bring to the government as to what they want to do with the whole legalization of the ganja. The PS was there. The PS said they're looking at putting the marijuana as an agricultural crop. So I say, fine. Are you looking at it as an agricultural crop? That is a good thing. So if you're looking at it as an agricultural crop, you can put it at the same banana.
Define good thing.
Yeah, you can put it at the same banana industry.
Define good thing. It is a good thing.
No, well, like that I say.
There's another way for them to put a tax.
No. Listen to me. I tell him. If you're looking at it as an agricultural crop, it's good because to me, say, how I looking at it is just put a blind eye to the marijuana, me personally. But if you're looking at it as an agricultural product right now, which it will have no stigma on it as an illegal thing, you can do it as the same way at the banana industry. You don't have to have license for man that want to grow weed. You can have registered farmers. You understand me? You have a registered farmer. If it's marijuana and whatever he growing, you have the man named down on your list. You have extension officers that always have extension officers coming on a man banana field to see if his thing up to date and if his program going as how it's supposed to. And then if you want to really issue a license into something where you want the government to probably make a tax out of it or whatever, you can probably more put a license to, that's my view, that's how I see it. You can probably more try and put a license as to a person I want to sell or distribute. But a farmer, Rasta, so many farmers I know, and not just farming marijuana, there's a lot of farmers I know, they don't have time to go and sell. And finding so much hard work, you have to go and plant this dashing and thing. Why you see the onion to plant more things, you have time to go and sit down on the market to sell the dashing. If you have somebody that can take the dashing and go and sell it.
Let me see something now, too.
It's a whole network. You understand me, Pyro?
What's well? Government take everything now. Don't you see who is government with?
But everything.
Everything with.
Everything, don't you? Everything. Don't you everything?
They take.
Don't you everything? There's a little small gold thing on Saturday pass on your tongues having a simple government business involved.
Yeah,
you're right.
Becoming exhausting.
But it's sickening because people doesn't even take part in this thing.
Yes. But it has a bike show on the airport. Then the government tell you where you have to go to the government event that there. I am foolish, you know. Creole Festival is a government event again that there. It was a national event before.
Yeah.
Right now the government event, popularity contest again. Do you know what I'm telling you? Because the kind of people DFC bringing down. DFC can't be for them people there.
But the government more subsidizing that and be able to can pay for these people. Government more,
Government can subsidize and pay this kind
but
of
the government hijack that.
Right. So then
because they play their for popularity. They play their politics tricks.
2022 they share 11,000 tickets, complimentary tickets.
But what if it's not gonna happen again?
Yeah.
You think we have money to buy ticket now? We don't have money to buy rice and peas. This ticket we'll buy.
Right. So then everything becoming that's the resilience we had agri for. Everything is government, so it can really damage jail. Let's fix it or the best ability.
So that's the next level.
But that is the climate resilience we tap onto. Remember, we never question it, you know.
No, they still tell us about next level,
it's like the premise of one say, yes, and we're going for the first climate resilient country, and this nation are going to fund.
Every time I hear that word resilient,
nobody don't ask what is the definition of the first climate resilient country, because nobody knows give a clear statement as to what exactly is our goals, you know.
Okay, well, now
we just start to take money from different parts of the world based on that, and we go in full speed ahead for that. what we end up in there now, sustainable farming, GMO, all kind of a thing, government buying up all the prime property, government government in thing to it. The people in Airbnb.
Government alone. But
the
China,
Airbnb
but
people over the place.
the Chinese, they said the Chinese, they have the Chinese buying property all about Chinese coming and doing the same thing. So if they're working hand in hand with the Chinese, they have their own initiative and they still probably have an initiative with the Chinese to hold us down.
Yeah, man, this thing is
Because not that A and B alone, them man have according to
But
beside farming, you hear them man in parliament telling you they didn't have the market for the farm for the yam. Them man watching Dominicans and telling Dominicans didn't have the market for yam. Boy, but they're telling you, and these guys telling you they don't have the market for the yam, so they have their control for the yam to can kill the disease for their self alone. And the poor man, the struggling farmer will struggle if his yam that cannot make for him at all pyro. Because if Reginald Oshie could be in parliament boasting that, and I was just recently, boasting that for people. I mean, come on. But they're telling you now.
Yeah, let me be obsessed, man. They don't know what they're obsessed with.
But so I wouldn't be surprised. I don't be surprised if they have A, B, and B.
Yeah.
Money.
I don't know what they just in there, but I don't know what money, has enough money for you to put all that the whole nation under that persecution. I don't know how much money,
Yeah,
what money for you to put everybody under that persecution. Right,
Foolish ego, them man on boy.
Everybody begging,
Foolish
everybody
ego.
become like people who want to be. If you go around and you ask, if I'm like, who poor? You run outside and yes, me to see what they get to. Like we didn't have the pride to say we're not poor again. Like we didn't care. Like we say we poor. Proudly.
Boy.
Usually the people that have, they still falling in line. They're sharing things and I see that. People that have, they still want to have, they want to take it.
So I tell you, we're not emancipated.
They can give 3, 4, 5 people that can't afford, but they still want a free ham and take it.
But that's to show you we're not emancipated.
They still want, they have a house, they have 2 apartments downstairs, they're still looking for a free apartment for their child or their grandchild. They still want it, but the free is the but the free one, you look at that, is you just don't want to pay for it. You want everybody else to pay for it because I can guarantee you. But government don't have no revenue stream but taxation. I don't know where we get that philosophy.
What other revenue they have?
But if it's our brain is just CBI nonsense.
They have a factory, no?
But nothing.
They sell nice pop.
So then you see when I see we have a government just sit down between their chairs, and if I want I can stop this and stop that, but like you feel like you have a money, like you have a something. I just try to understand the concept. Like you can see people in the delusional.
Don't you? We have a government that's sitting down there, and telling themselves these people have money, we're going to take their money. Because you can't tell me you're sitting down there and there's arguing, well, you're going to put $100 on a water bill for a money for a small business, $400 on a money figure to have a medium-sized business, and $800 on a money figure that have a big business,
$50 on a residential business.
Because I cannot understand what that determine a big business and a small business and a medium business. Because certain businesses you charge in $400 or $800 there. Are they using that amount of water in a day or for a month for you to be charging them the kind of money that is violent people, Rasta? So we have a man sit down there and let's figure out we have money, can let's take our money.
But the man see that life is.
That's how the man running the country. But that's how the man running the country. Use your butter container to make ice.
But he must
and the rest.
have money because every time he come on the mic and he put a tax, it's like your father talk to you. Me, I don't agree that tax business, Everybody can agree, it's up to them. You try to tell you, but you cannot force me to fund the government and I don't have no authority for what they do with the funding. Like seriously, like in a court of law can actually tell you must fund the government. I want to really know. I want a legal person. I want somebody to come and tell me it that really is a thing because to me that makes sense. You funding the government and the people dressing more expensive on you. The people do everything on you and cut style on you until like they have and you don't have it. I can send my child overseas. I can send my child doctor overseas. They're telling you that live in your face.
Ready?
Slow down.
Slow down. And you see, that was one of the reasons we came out and we were distributing the constitutions and discussing the constitution, because the constitution is the social contract that establishes the government and establishes the society. The constitution is what that governs our interaction with all governmental, state, not even governmental, because state institutions. And every institution within the society is a creation of the constitution. So one of the things we notice is that persons do not understand how that interaction is supposed to play out. What is the terms of that interaction? And in so doing, the politicians been taking advantage of a lot of things. You check me? And we distributed constitutions throughout the country. I mean, it's something we've been considering going back to, but in a different form. Not in the same form, but in a different form. And we've been considering it for quite a while. And we'll definitely get to it. If you look at the Constitution in itself, it doesn't directly talk about the whole budgeting and so on. But one of the solutions that we've been proposing is to come up with the municipal government, so have a decentralized form of government such that people can have a more direct participation in their government. Because when you look at it, the first point of contact with civil society and the state is through local government. In local government, in a municipal government, for example, local government, municipal government, which is a lot more decentralized than what we have, people can, the civil society or the society can contribute in terms of suggestions up to 20% of the budget. You check, that can be a stipulation within the law of the establishment of a municipal government. But as we have it now, and even the other day I was discussing that if some fellas in the neighborhood are checking like, oh no, so who determining whether is our sidewalk that need to fix? Who determining where the money is spending? Who determining anything? We don't even say, we don't have no say in nothing. We have to, basically, if you're not, and the way the system set up presently, that whole discrimination thing, like you have that pal rep thing, and you don't really have an institution in your community you can go and say, well, okay, you go to that institution. It's a whole set of political nonsense that is a Labour Party thing by there. And you check me, so even when it comes down to the village councils and them thing, my brother, it's partisan politics, a lot of partisan politics. And we have to find
I think
in that
country,
before, hold on, before, you see, we need to find and the solution we said was creating a municipal government, decentralizing the government, right? And remove that partisanship within the entire structure of government, so that people need to participate and be included in their own development. You check me. Without that, we don't building a society, we don't building nothing, and we see, presently that is what we have, For 25 years, we built a nothingness, my brother. People don't do participate in that. People don't trust in the government institutions. Imagine the prime minister, and I surprised I don't even hear people talk about that. That the prime minister in a press conference is stating that they could not conclude the census because people were not willing to give information, to the people that were carrying out the census, So because of that, the census could not be. People don't trust the government, my brother.
Yeah, but over the years, our parents teach us to accept responsibility without no authority, So over the years, you charge to fund the state. When regardless not the state working in your favor or
No,
not.
I can tell you a thing. When I remember when I came here from St. Lucia, I went and registered because I went and registered a company. When I went and registered the company, I went and registered the company as an architectural firm. That was in 2010 in Dominica. 2010. I went, I registered the company. Then they tell me I have to go and get a tax number. So I went to Inland Revenue. I had to go Inland Revenue to get a tax number. When I went to Inland Revenue to get the tax number, so I'm speaking to the clerk, and he's telling me I have to pay 1,000. I tell him I come to check on tax number for an architectural firm. So he's telling me as an architectural firm you have to pay $1,000 tax yearly. So I'm telling him now, the architecture. Yeah. So I telling him now. So I checking like, but in an unregulated industry, we check because government not regulating the architectural industry as it is. There's no architectural board. There's nothing to say, well, you must get an architect stamp for if you want to do a building or any type of a thing. You check? So why should I contribute tax to an unregulated industry? You check me? So don't tell me you don't understand what I say, you know. You check? So I tell him, well, fine. I don't go in and pay a tax. When I competing with a draftsman that's sitting down at his home, can just submit a planning, accepting it, and he don't pay no tax. I really just in my back and I go, you check? Now I speaking to a senior architect now, and the man checking like, so I brought up the whole situation to him. So he telling me they are aware of that whole situation, and even they themselves as senior architects I took a decision. All of them are taking a decision not to pay the tax. But when they told them now that they could take them to jail for not paying the tax, all of them went and paid the tax. They could take them to jail for not paying the tax. All of them went and paid the tax. Listen to what I telling you. Like they could fine them for not paying the tax. Or they could take them to court. Or arrest them, the police could arrest them for not paying the tax.
Leadership by fearmongering.
Right. So yeah, it is. You know, all the senior architects know at the time, that was in 2010, know that what happening is not right. You check? They decide to take a stand. But here it is now. When they hear the consequences of this stand, everybody went and paid. You check me? Instead of staying together and saying, well, let us unite and maintain that stand. And maintain the stand we taking. All them man went and paid the tax. Knowing to themselves is not in their favor. And it against them. And again, is a sign of our resistance and willingness to grow as a society, because to me, if we're not willing to take that moral stand where it is necessary, especially like you just say, you know, in a situation of where leadership comes, you check me, because in that situation they needed to do that to really move the vibes forward. You check, and today we're still in the same drain as architects, you know. No architectural board, no nothing, and you see,
But the architectural board and thing, I don't think we have to sit down with for government to establish that. I think what is the name?
the architectural board, yes, let me tell you, it's an institution of the government, my brother. Or you mean it is an institution of the government? The law, some of the laws have been passed.
So then it should be more protective to the people that pay.
Some of the laws have been passed. You check me? But the implementation of it is another issue in. That is where the whole thing sticking is in implementation in. You check? And people not understanding what is their role and what is not their role in. You check me? But that is just one That is just one of. And there's so many more. But yeah,
But I bother the people that accepting responsibility or authority, and that like the system that become a
yeah,
norm.
but you're right.
That become a norm.
Because them thing
Because
don't
let
they?
me tell you something.
It's a contract, you know. Them thing a contract. So if one party in the contract not keeping up to its side of the contract, how can I continue in the contract?
By the time you contract Rastafari, I have to sign a contract first.
Look the contract, boy.
Yeah, yeah.
The constitution.
Oh, you mad? I sign that now.
You go sign it, but there's the contract.
Oh, you mad man? I read couple things in that day like that don't making sense. Like for example, I read the consolidated fund should be used when you take money from it for it to benefit the entire country. How many years we never see that?
What is that?
The money from the consolidated fund it's supposed to be used for the benefit of the nation. But then people go and using the money for what they want to.
That's what I tell you.
People don't benefiting, but where they getting the money from? It's still from
the consolidated funds.
It's still from where they getting the money. Where they getting the money? Where they getting the money? Still from us.
Hear that again. Our laws never update in terms of that social contract. When we receive it. You see, we have to remember certain things, you know. When we gained independence in 1978, and we developed, the Constitution. We have had this Constitution from 1978. It never evolved to reflect the growth of our society. It never evolved to show nothing like we as a people, we grew in. You check? So you see like all what you say in there? We start off on one leg, but we never say, boy, as the time going by, let us add this, let us change this, let us adjust this to reflect who we are as a people. You check me? And that too. Like all them things, we should have stipulation, my brother, to have constitutional reviews every how many years, you know. Every how many years it should be compulsory to have a constitutional review. You check me? And them is the kind of things, them is the discussion because them is what that can help the institutions and the people to grow and be able to stand up, to be able to have that authority to stand up in situations where it's necessary.
Okay, let me ask you a question. First one, it depends on how long that you're going to review the education system and too much books and a big story. That is nonsense. But I'm asking another question. If it have an institution.
Yeah, well, you ask no question.
Okay. The man have a bunch of uneducated children, so you have to break down the curriculum to transfer to his children. Look, the man's son just hit common entrance. Huh? Island scholarship come out in the ghetto. Not in the high place, in the ghetto it come out. So you think they please about those things, yeah? They doesn't show us that, but they don't please about it, don't they? The people in high places, their children is a bunch of dotish children they make in.
Let me feed my question. Let's look at derogatory.
True.
Let's look at derogatory. But
every week I just class everybody.
You say that like nobody do heal up. So like I feel ask myself so just wanna so the prime minister can say okay that is what you are teaching our children now and we agree. Would that come in to say well or even if it's an institution let's say ministry of whatever can't just say we're changing the curriculum and we agree. So we don't care what they to teach our children like what they agree.
But here what they get and tell.
They just teach our children we agree. But that is some good thing. That don't make any sense.
But it's not weird. You agree?
What? No.
Huh?
No.
Well, so how you telling me we agree now?
But nobody say nothing.
Oh, nobody will say nothing. But look, you talking. You don't saying. My brother, we cannot look. You see? We decide. Let me tell you that. We decide and you decide to be a leader and take up that challenge. Don't look for others on that level. Let me tell you that. You check? You decide to take on a challenge. It's do you doing it? You check me? It's do we doing it, you know?
Pyro.
Yeah, what?
Pyro.
I understand
Huh?
the challenge, you know.
No Pyro. Pyro, the challenge. I'm talking about nobody in parliament, nothing there. But my brother, but people have children sending to school like that. They're not concerned.
But hear what I telling you.
But my brother,
But hear what I telling
don't
you.
feel into a leader country.
Hear what I telling
Of
you.
a country of dumb people, you know.
Hear what I telling
That's
you.
the interesting thing they should be asking about.
But it's that when you take up the challenge, you check me. Oh, there's that concern, and maybe sit down there and don't know how to approach the situation. You check? Voila. Because let me tell you now, that's why there's always tell you that we just take a lot of things for granted. Rather, you see, a lot of people do not have the initiative to do certain things and do things. But you see, when you have the initiative to do a thing, is move forward and do it. And sometimes in the initial stages, because see, when we come out 5 of us, you know, police arrest us, all kind of a thing we do. We pass all kind of a struggle. You yourself checking like you see them thing pass. You check me, enough man used to tell man, all the fellas is mad fellas. You check, them same man come back and check in like, but yeah, we boy, probably not all you is doing there is a good thing. So sometimes it's a thing where you have to be able to endure, and sometimes it does look like it's hopeless, and sometimes it but it's a thing you have to be able to endure, my brother. That leadership thing there. Yeah, it's
But Mike and leadership not leading a bunch of sheep now. People have to start to wake up and open their eyes and
but it's so how people waking up and opening their eyes? How people waking up and opening their eyes? Huh? How people going and open their eyes? Hear what I say? Don't they? How people going and open their eyes? How people going to wake up and open their eyes? Exactly. So when you're doing it, you're gonna look down on people and make them feel like as if there is nothing. You check me? So you have to show them like certain things you just have to agree to stomach it in, my brother. Trust me.
But I don't sound like to stomach again. All I tell you, I want people to ask the correct question. You can't be saying your children in school and the government is saying they're going to change the school curriculum and like automatically, yes. No what?
I agree with both of you. Like what Perry was saying, yes, we take up the initiative and we talking, we speaking. What don't he saying is like, yes, he's speaking but so nobody else beside he not do have an issue with it or you understand that? That's what I get him. That's what I get him from what you say.
Because what I get it from Dominican, unless you don't get there, they don't listen to you. No. And I tell you, when I was the highlight of Delbert Paris, every single thing we say here, Mr. repeat about basically everything. We talk about the grammar school.
No, I can't. People that listen to us. I can't.
I'm telling you, no. Listen to what I'm telling you, my brother. I'm telling you, no. But you have to get the platform. But you have to get the platform.
Okay, yeah.
Because basically you're telling, okay, well, get the platform by any means necessary, and then come with the truth, or the truth will get to the platform. Because you have to understand where you're heading first, you know.
Yeah.
Because people don't like to hear what we say and listen and like to hear what did they come is a different decision, you know.
Yeah.
You try to tell you, but how we get in the platform because we get to trust institutional education. So them fellows educated, we have our marijuana and all so we foolish. You try to tell you, it are people that respect the value, they're talking to everybody.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
You try to tell you, but I mean, if our discussion end up in parliament, then the discussion we have in there have to be valid.
Of course, it's valid discussions.
So then we need to keep
we have more advanced. We have more advanced
correct questions to ask because I don't understand how it is that we can just agree. Like a man that Belgium bubble. Okay, today is tax, and like the feeling getting from the society walking there like, yeah man, today's tax.
So
tomorrow I need to be popular. I'm the hero. And today, no more tax.
So don't he?
And then and then later along the line, you win your election, you just tax again. And then later down, you need popularity, no more tax. What kind of mad is that? I cannot take part in kind of mad life there. You don't have a reason why you put in the tax, why we take it on. It's just because I feel to. But I can't live that mad life there.
You see for the educational curriculum. Dante, hold on a while. Let me tell you that. For the educational curriculum, right? That decision can never just like that man can never go and sleep tonight and just wake up tomorrow and agree that is what he's going to do. It can never be. There are other people beside the minister and the PS. There are other people that involved in the educational section, don't he? That giving the yes towards that, you know. I believe that to myself. You know. So these people, no, but what I say, so these people they do have no regard of children. Because it can't be just one man alone who make that decision. What about the whole education center and all those things now?
But we seem to forget that the first club of our education system is when the man come out with your popularity contest. Education should be free. College cooling, school cooling, teachers with incentive, everything crumbling. But what do you see? I just sometimes.
So I'm telling you, so these things can never be. It can never be a calculated move.
They say free education. They threaten schools already, you know, that calling for the money. No, it's free education and a set of different kind of a thing happening in our society. Like somebody just raised up today and say, you know what? Education free. But look at it, a reality years later. The man wake up with his mad dream.
But I telling you, but it can never be about that he alone.
Education system.
The other people in this education system accepting it. The other people in the other people in the educational section, they allowing these things to happen.
But are you telling me,
like the PS, the minister.
The first chap Labour Party.
What about friends like Dr. Jeffrey Blaise and all the friends that die in the education center?
The freeness education system. That is the first delegation of our educational system in Dominica, you know, that bring that down bad low, you know. Come on, Natula. Remember our education system was before?
Yeah, that was more up to date. That was more up to standard. That was telling you.
Huh?
And it was free.
Well, that was free. Our education was free. So it was free. When you say it was free, what do you mean?
In terms of school fee? School fee plenty more expensive now.
Is that school fee now?
What?
You still have to pay school fee.
So that's not the free education we talk about what now? But college you pay nothing, my brother, because you pay nothing.
College children.
Huh?
Primary school.
Primary school?
No, don't you talk about college? Like,
Yes.
So you don't pay for your school?
but you have to pay for your semesters in the college.
But which pay you paying? What?
But you have to pay for your semesters in the college.
What do you have to pay for?
You have to pay for your semesters in the college.
Before we continue, let's
How
find
you
out.
think I was going college?
We'll discuss on the next slide. We're gonna get statistics and documentation. So let's don't go in the blindly.
I don't
so
want
next
to tell
Monday
you, no.
we'll get it.
It have those they will tell you, even if they cannot pay. Remember what the man tell you, even though a child cannot pay school fee, that doesn't mean they will put the child on the road, you know.
Because it's not local, you cannot do pay for it. But you cannot sit exam unless the government pay. No, what's been happening in the time, government have to be calling on them, people let people do the exam, they don't pay, you know. Huh?
Well, you'll have to pay a thing, boy.
You have to be what?
For your exam, boy.
No, the exam is the foreign thing. It's your city and guilds, or if it's going for England. But you must pay for that because it's not government. Everything under the government, local, it's free. Free education, free healthcare. I said, yeah, but what I'm going to tell you was why I have to be subjected to that.
Boy, you have to buy your books, boy, you have to buy your uniform for college, or it's free. You have to buy books to go to college.
So education is free in Dominica. Well, I was misinformed. I was misinformed. Sorry.
Yeah,
I was misinformed.
Well, that's politic tricks that there, boy.
See that?
When politics tricks are there. Let me tell you, but the college.
If politics tricks
my
are
boy
there.
going up there every day. Let me tell you, now school closed, but I was going to college. I'm telling you.
Yeah. shameful.
The place deteriorating, I don't tell you, no, my brother.
No, the place haven't been repaired.
But
since
there's a lot
Mario.
of things we paying
Cover the
for.
roof, no ceiling, no floor, lot of different things.
But I
Not
tell, I
yet.
do blind, I seen it.
Since Mario.
But it's not because of college free. This the freedom I'm talking about is if you can't pay your school fee and things, that don't mean they go and kick you out of school, you know. So them are trying to use that as a gimmick that schooling is free
Not that I get no.
for you.
Not that I get in discussion with lecturers and thing. Not that I get in only give me a different story there. I speaking to lecturers, I speaking to people that work in the college.
But they still working.
But they must work.
Don't they?
They must work. But you don't have a system where you get in your salary upgrade based on what? Because the college, the institution do have money, depending on these subsidies from the government for everything. So
Why not sit all running
Government not paying college
teachers and government not paying college teachers.
So it was always running.
Yes.
So it was always running.
But it was running before.
I tell you, let us get the information. We'll discuss that. We'll have a discussion
Alright, I agree
next month
with you.
because we asking each other questions there.
Nobody knows so I know it was running from.
Well, I sure what you tell. I sure they telling me wrong. I talking people that work in the college have bought it have
Well, a lot of mess going on.
It's a
there.
problem. It's a problem. It's a problem. As
A lot of
Not a
mess.
problem.
Working there pushing their political agenda.
But that is it.
And want to push their false ideology.
That is it.
I see children that go college, my brother, and when it's time for them to graduate and exam and thing, they cannot graduate because they don't pay.
Yeah, we have to pay, boy.
Money.
You paying for the money for how much things there, Rasta?
What does it say they do? What that means?
Huh?
Government have the agreement they will pay.
They will pay what?
When
But who they go and pay
Just-
themselves then?
What they paying? What they covering? Okay, see that.
just no pile.
See that. Hold
When-
on. Before
when-
you continue.
when they
hold
do-
on a second, don't you? Before you continue, you talk about education free. Huh? We have a whole education system. The education is not just college, my brother. You're talking about the education system starting from kindergarten to tertiary. So you have basic all the way, primary, secondary, and tertiary. You check me? So if you're talking about a free educational system,
Me are talking about it. When the government are talking about it and everybody enjoying it.
right now,
And
we are talking,
everybody enjoying it.
but not free.
Well, we enjoying now.
Every year I must pay for my, every year you gonna must pay my everything school.
We paying school fee, boy, every month. Boy, if you don't pay school fee, you can't get report card, you can't get this, you can't get that, boy.
So the education
Madman.
system not free. They maybe have certain free things in it, but the education system not free.
But not even
No,
books
the
that
system
free.
shouldn't have no freeness in it. It shouldn't have freeness in it. What we should focus on making everybody able to afford. We should focus on making everybody able to afford education for their children. It's not about create poverty and then ask you to feel sorry for poverty you create, Let us work hard to get the society better. People to be independent, to be able to pay for their thing, and then everybody have to pay. I advocate for people to pay for their rubbish, pay for everything, But we have to have the money first of all. You check? We have to have the money to be able to pay first of all. We have to be able to make it money in the thing.
What?
Facebook link. It's in the YouTube link. Any group.
You try,
What Facebook actually?
you check? But it's becoming depressing, man. It's becoming draining.
Boy, don't you?
I don't giving up there. I encourage nobody to give up there.
No, it's not
But
about giving up.
I mean, it's just a thing you must talk about what you're going through.
It's not about giving up, brother. You can't give up the fight.
No, it's depressing, man.
Because plenty of the things, is just a mind
It's not that
game. It's
depressing.
nothing
Well, me say it's depressing for some is day, but it's sickening, right?
But enough time I asked you to speak about that. Please, somebody.
No, but let me tell you what I think, I think of a way because I think like I cannot just born into that slavery system like I just must, like you understand, like it's a thing you must do. That is, that is where I be now because I trying to find out what it is because I cannot must do these things. That's impossible. No, it's impossible, you know. For you to have to you must have to just I have to choose somebody, Mr. Better than me, and I have to fund his lifestyle. But that can't be normal.
So don't hear that.
Have to work hard, like more you work hard, more. Imagine the system set up, like more money you make, like so they calculate what you make for your year, and besides they want a portion of it. Like that normal.
Extortion are there.
But I can't understand that.
No, listen to that. What they want to turn Dominica into? The first what? Okay. So what you believe now is resilient Dominicans resilient, you know, my boy. So that they're doing things because they have a resilient people. You have a rebellious set of people, you know. So we have to change that thing from no, we have to get out from that resilience. See that resiliency? You see that resiliency? We need to come out from that resiliency. And we need to go into rebellious, you know, because my boy, we need to stand against that government. It according to you, don't it sickening? We need to stand against that, my boy.
And I always want to be careful to do some derogatory to people to feel people think I'm looking on them. But the level of stupidity we agree to, like it is amazing.
But I tell you, it's sickening.
We're
too resilient, boy.
Yeah, it's amazing. We complacent, we docile, our energy low. They man sucking our hey, that's not right.
Boy, it's sucking energy.
Oh, I think about that. I must think of your life. Look by rolling my. Mr. Age. I had to jet even boy, all this thing that see all this salty man energy. A young man, the man looking like an old man.
Oh boy, brother.
Vola, Mr. You, Jaisaya. But you're mad, man. Go which easy. But you're mad, man. I spy. Let me tell you that. Vola, Mr. Brother, you see me, I don't want to talk about this. Because that would just get me on the real wrong side tonight. Mr. Your friend, man. Yeah, Unki is my partner. Unki Kamal.
Remember we just before them man, we also be the guy with them and showing them better.
No, when Mr. go the wrong road way.
Yeah, but you go the wrong road.
It's not two ways for me. Mr. go the wrong road way. You not already blessed him, Mr. For that same politics thing.
I was on the wrong road at the time. I mean.
No, when I'm talking about wrong road. But boy.
It's sad, man. Anyway, I should enlighten man.
I will just forget about that.
To open the eyes to check, but I feel bad, you know.
No way, Mr.
Because I
them man is the devil, way.
But I feel like nobody the devil sucking them energy.
Them man is the devil
Mr.
advocate.
Drill, I see the man. I feel
Mr.
bad.
come there, destroy the fisheries in the community, way. My brother. When a man come there, fisheries at $460,000. Drain that down to nothing and just destroy the fisheries.
What are you talking about in the electoral reform discussion you're having? When they call in local government, he come and give his contribution. I'm so disappointed. The man asked live in the discussion for CBI citizens to be able to vote. That's the man contribution. But I was so baffled and taken aback, my brother. You Mr. Talk and Mr. Make my speak because I started even anger because what he say, the man say, we want all the money, we want all the vote too.
My brother, to me, you see that whole talk, that's just a distraction. Now we get back to focus. Yeah. Because I don't want to talk about Mr. Mr. is a volley, we start time Mr. B. We start time Mr. B. Talking about Mr. We start time. Now we get back to what we was doing.
But I think we have to look up and look information on the education system because I mean the education popularity about everything free, education free. healthcare free. You want to popularity point them and have the point in people head and the nonsense, you know.
And none of them not free.
You check? Because the healthcare free, do nothing in the hospital tie up.
But everything you go
I
there,
brought it to the hospital as the lady say, Shaman, telling the send a shit for me, they say, sorry, do have a in the same speed, the lady asking, but nurse, you don't have no toilet paper in the bathroom. The nurse say, well, you don't have a.
You don't have toilet paper.
No, I'm telling you, no.
Toilet paper.
I was there with nobody telling me I was right there. It don't have toilet paper in the toilet in the hospital, and it don't have sheet. But them I believe like it's a joke. Boy, real thing I telling you, but you have to walk in and tell people. If you go in like you have to rush some people now, and you might have a little loose thing, you might have to rush and grab a toilet paper. I always have extra roll. Always have extra. You remember a long time you want to have a little hospital bag. Well, no, that's important. No, the hospital bag, your mother is to always keep you a long time. With a thing, sleep.
Hold on a second now. Hear what you saying? Toilet paper,
You
we.
see what I saying, me? So if
Well,
like
as that talking, so
yeah. That's what
a figure of speech.
That what I witnessed to. I witnessed to that, you know. And all the time in the like, waiting in casualty, Vince was there, you know.
That's
So I tell the nurse, us you telling that. Look, the man was outside there. You can tell the man, boy, they are 20 people, boy, and they are shit. The lady freezing in the one in the AC working there. So go with your shit, because if you see casualty or the emergency look long, yeah, you just have to get
So
to
they
you.
man just dress the hospital to look nice.
Yeah.
And nothing, not
Well,
really.
and you don't well dressed there because you're watching the hospital, you see columns crack,
Well, that is
beams crack, they still never had no coverage.
Is
So
that crazy?
the construction, the structure itself.
It's a craziness.
Yeah,
A craziness.
okay.
Trust me, I go up there a couple times.
Yeah,
And all over I go up there, right, I just feel to just put some dynamite in it and just
No.
blow that up.
I hear people talk about lack of medication, but I witness lack of simple things and tell people and shit there. Real thing, eh?
But toilet paper is basically a necessity that.
Yeah. Boy, I tell you, tight, you know.
But I remember little boy, I dislocate my foot. Well, not dislocate, a man kicked me boy in my hand. We was playing summer school way too. They're in the old school Newtown. And it had some, how they call them people from America that just come down. Them, how they calling them? Them volunteers, no? Yeah, Peace Corps. They had Peace Corps keeping a summer school in the old school down there, and they're teaching us baseball on the savannah. And I remember in that like yesterday, so I have my foot on the base, and next you done me to put my foot on the base. So Mr. there now and try a thing on me, and I did boy one punch and I did go. And then I chase me and then I swing and kick and my thumb not take and my thumb end up in the palm of my hand. You know. Yeah. So bring me hospital. I spend the whole day hospital. You know. And I check in me and how much other liquor youths there in the hospital. But I check in like, yeah, you go toilet have everything, you there. Nobody never had to say bring toilet paper. And them thing there for one, The vibes was just. But you telling me 2 days, my brother. To me, that is the longest I ever stayed in the hospital in all my life. Which I spent like from maybe, I would say 10 o'clock to like around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That is the longest I ever stayed in the hospital.
Well, 2004. 2004.
And when I was there, I meet youth with broken and all kind of thing. And that is a long time. That is back in the. That is like as with primary school. You check.
2004, I end up there. And I get my go well there. I spent 2 weeks there. Me and Bucky get the pneumonia. Me say I get the pneumonia. And me and Bucky
River Street.
Yeah, River Street. One bed. You know, and everything was like shower, soap.
But that I check in
Toilet,
there, my brother.
I can understand how that all people into what, but that crucial way.
And man saying we advance way.
Team, and the man is talking about that in the, on the parliament this last years in the week there way. How the hospital deadly one. The man
But
say
the
all
hospital even have a place
the
to
man
eat,
say
you know, my
all
brother.
I heard the man say something about all wards have something boy. It's I see
Like that is an upgrade.
I see you the man say not air condition man say boy.
Air condition,
Not-
the rooms
But not that he
But
say
check
they
that
have.
now, boy. Boy, place to eat, boy. If you go hospital and you're hungry, you stick in that.
I can't remember what he say, but
You
it's
can't
like
say
that
they have a cafeteria, you go and buy a meal and, or a canteen or something. No.
scary it.
Huh? Like as if to them, man, that is development, too,
Shit.
boy.
I sorry.
But if you're hungry, boy, you have to go right back Roseau. Well, yeah, Lindomat there, yeah, well, yeah, that is true.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're right because
Well, yeah, supermarket.
Toma, they for Toma, when I go up there and check my utils and Toma give me my money,
Flower house.
tell me go and buy thing for him, cricks and fruta. I checking like so you do have that in the hospital, man checking no why. Really why? A big hospital so all that kind of have already and it have a cafeteria and it have a little section where you can come by. The whole hospital had that
Let me
way.
tell you that. Why you think I just tell all you? Dominica don't have a hospital.
Yeah.
Because in the architectural definition of what a hospital is supposed to be, my brother, all that is the
And a
function, the
polyclinic.
basic function of a hospital.
A polyclinic.
That you're supposed to have a cafeteria, you're supposed to have a conference, and them different things there. You check, they have a pharmacy section. You check me? Huh? Yeah. But they don't have no cafeteria, they don't have no conference room, they don't have no nothing like that. You check me? So that's the upgrade.
AC blowing.
I imagine that time I go up there. I go up there with my grandmother, my brother. You check. So I see my grandmother go inside. I check in. Let me take a little walk. So I just browsing on the floor now. I see them man bringing out a patient from surgery. In the open air, we were the person. Right where the breeze blow in the open air, they passing a few. Right there, they have to pass the person way.
But the
When
shock.
the breeze blowing, the wind
Shit.
coming. If it was raining, and the wind blow that is wetting you. Surgery you come out on.
Yeah,
I check what level of madness that there.
Yeah, the record. I'm thinking my partner was up there, in a big fish. I was up there and he come live and talk about it, make a video talk about it, man. But I witness it too.
But
The
I see that live in
bathroom,
my face, boy.
the bathroom and the toilet down, no separation.
But them man put a bathroom on a little veranda, a little
Yes,
balcony.
yes,
thing,
yes.
A bathroom.
Yes.
Look the railing.
Yeah.
Boy, what? And see that boy, you know that is real level of madness because planning, physical planning, huh? But that's why I just see physical planning. My brother at the end of the day supposed to condemn that. Because at the end of the day, you can have a bathroom on a balcony, you know, my brother. Oh.
Real thing, you know.
Check. If rain falling, you can even use that. But that is the problem too. The minister can just bypass physical planning. Madness that that on a balcony. Yeah. Madness that there. In the rain. So you come out in an AC. Huh? But yeah, that you come out in an AC, you lie down there, AC blowing on you. Huh?
Yeah.
You have to get up from under that AC there.
Go on the balcony in the
Go on
shower.
the balcony.
In the
Get
shower.
a early morning breeze. A early morning breeze hit your shot there. Box with all the dew that coming in there.
Yeah.
This is madness out there now.
It goes shower. And now somebody was saying that which is real. Most of the tests here, you have to go different outside. We like how we have them kind of machine, you have got machine to do tests like you have to go outside, go La Fale. So it's like
Well, I remember
the
like
only
myself,
machine we also have there is like the
I do architecture.
Show us all the machines that they're going to put in the hospital.
The high
what happened?
Well,
Boy, that
The
looking like the outsource, looking like the outsourcing or something. I don't know what. Oh, I don't know. I don't know the word. Not the
Yeah,
word.
functioning problems.
18, boy. What is it,
Functional problems, my brother.
boy? That deliberate. You see, like
How
the post
much
office. It's like the post office. It's a deliberate thing where.
Yeah, boy. Of course, there
They,
is a
it's a
deliberate
deliberate thing
thing.
where so that the people and them can make money out there
Yeah.
and boy, plenty money where everyone pay test over there. Go buy the Alafales, go buy the other one just by the church here. That is the
They
scene.
try
So
to
it's set
build.
up.
I wouldn't say they do. They try to kill people, but to me, they try to provide a solution, and they just wasn't capable of doing it in efficient. How should
It
I
was
put
not. It
it,
was
man?
not solution. No, it was business, my brother. Money. It's all business.
Yeah,
The
but the
health
thing
is
about
business.
it, they try to upgrade, but they just wasn't capable of doing it. We check. Yeah. So. At the end of the day, it just it doesn't end up shitty, you know.
But
Because
what exactly did they tell us? What it was? It was a loan, a grant. What it was?
I can to me it was I can't remember now. But okay, what I remember in I could be wrong is that it was a soft loan because it was to do with the state house, the
China
stadium,
Friendship
and the
Hospital.
hospital.
Yeah.
No, it was the college.
The college, the
College
state house,
State
and the
House.
hospital.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the stadium was first. To me, the stadium was the first thing they do. Yeah, but I remember the 27 million was supposed to be
The state house.
state house, college. Yeah, all them thing was soft loan. I think it's a 2% loan or how much
I
loan
mean,
they say
you see that, yeah, that is thing, but then
But I can't remember. I can't remember. I have
yeah.
to look that up.
So if we take so we take a loan to build hospital, so we take a loan to build a building. Because if you take a loan to build hospital, so you take a bill to build and equip hospital. Yeah. And then if you get a funding of hospital, you get a funding, you don't have attachment deals and scratch back with it. You're still taking a funding with all that deal of a equip hospital. So I don't know what kind of either with a grant or a loan, it should come equipped. Because the hospital building not doing equipping.
There's a passage there. The renovation and expansion of Dominica's main hospital, the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, was funded through two major sources. Chinese government support, the government of the Republic, People's Republic of China fully funded the construction of the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. The hospital was built in 7 phases starting in August 2016 with a total investment of 40 million US. Completed phases include emergency and administrative buildings, radiology, staff accommodation, outpatient, intensive care. Citizenship by investment program. Dominica also leveraged its CBI program to fund broader healthcare infrastructure, especially after Hurricane Maria. Repairs to free health center and 6 hospitals, medical treatment. Anyway, so the hospital was funded by
China.
yeah.
The building. It's not just the building. The structure is funded by China. You outlining that there. No, the funding is a grant. Mm-hmm. Well, when you use the term fund, it implies that it's a grant too. And when you use the word use the term finance, it implies that it's a loan. I mean, just by definition of the word too.
But what that saying, Dominica relied heavily on its CBI program to finance the hospital and other healthcare infrastructure. According to Minister Gregory Rivia, the government explicitly avoided loans due to the economic strains of the COVID-19 era. Chinese government grant. The hospital was also supported by the government of China, which provided grant-based assistance, not loans, for the construction of the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. So in summary, no loans were taken. The project was funded through grants and direct contributions from CBI program, making it debt-free and strategically resilient. But you know, sometimes you just have to pay back on the grant.
No, but just not because you say financed by the CBI. That is that's why I tell people to always focus on these terms. So if it's financed by the CBI, that means whichever agent front the money and then the CBI paying him back, you know.
Exactly.
Basically what it means, you know.
Yep, that is what they're doing.
That is what it means.
And they say in each grant, but it's not no job grant.
Check, because if you say you say finance, that's why I tell you the terminology. Why we doesn't ask for better? It say finance in the statement there. It's financed by CBI. Then you say it's just basically a freeness without a loan, but you just say we have a loan. But I just can't understand why we treating people like they're stupid sooner, like so.
Politics, politicians.
So one of the books, one of the books the Prime Minister find out too heavy in one of the students' bag is a dictionary.
So.
Because if you want to use words and we just using words in high leadership and you just figure where we don't know the meaning of the words, then it don't make any sense. You know?
True.
Because we have dictionaries and we have ways of finding meaning of words.
What about leaks? When it rains, water everywhere. Yeah. Because there are so many open areas.
Yeah, but the hospital in itself, I was never patronized the people up there. The hospital in itself, we need the hospital upgrade. The fact that we get what we get a little less than what we bargain for. Right, but our government for the past years they focus on that the aesthetics of the country, you know, making the country look good, big building here, there, everywhere. And
but you see the thing about it?
Really falling apart. The state house not in a good condition.
But look at that
from a distance, you see it looking good, you know. But if you go close to
but don't they look at that?
You're surprised, you know.
See that? And most of them projects is funded by CBI, financed by under the CBI program. Yet still, who executing those projects? Foreigners. All the money that's going overseas, money that's supposed to be trying and keeping Dominica to boost our economy. All the money going back overseas. Well, it does serve no real purpose.
Well, in the statement, in the closure of the statement, they say like the hospital, because the economy, serving the hospital free. That's the closing part, I guess, of your statement you just read there.
Yeah, they trying to say the resilient. Well, you know them politicians and their thing already, my brother.
Don't know, like automatic.
It's pure bramble, full people.
And I say that it is a lie. Well, because they tell you the truth, but it's just the politicians them they depending on the naivety of people, like people that don't know, so we can just say any nonsense, but it's all they don't already. You check? And I find we keep settling for that. That's like an indoctrination, like you just stick in a stupid life, and like you just must abide to a stupid kind of life. Because that thing becoming like real stupidity, you know? Because nothing don't make logical sense, and then that draining you. Everybody say, boy, you know what? That put that, boy, I feel you that because it's exhausting. Yes, they draining your energy. They're straining you by telling you Negro. By tell you, I tell you sorcery that you know, but let me give you. Yeah, boy, you have to make sure to chant and uplift yourself.
The man tell you, after 25 years, he finished that, he's still there. Why is he there?
I tell you, I got what he say to labor rights. Well, but I tell you 50, look for your leader. Okay. 50 how much now? 50 how much now?
You can come out there.
The audacity.
You want to come out there like that? I want to come out there, but not so. Not the way you come out there, you have to come out there.
We do. When you there enabling systems and things, just tell us that the system was a replacement for you. Like don't be the system, don't be them high people that give you the high money, they're big thing. Don't be the people that woke up a replacement for you already, to complete your agenda, because people don't feel your popularity mega already. You check? It's just delusional trying to keep on going so much so that you boast in the nonsense you're doing. Like for the past years, all the government main points they making is just outlining field governance, you know. You mostly give people free apartment. You creating the economy, people cannot afford to house their family and thing. That is failure. Free healthcare. All these social programs is just an indication of failed governance, you know. And for you to continue to continue to keep on repeating that and beating your chest and saying that is what I do for 25 years. And
People clapping. They clapping that.
yes.
Yay.
But they keep on outlining
Keeping
failed
it free, but why you
failed
gonna
governance, you
afford?
know.
Why you gonna
Failures they outlining there because what you need to take care of all grown up people, you need to give free housing, you need to furnish people house, you need to give them stipend, you need to share career festival ticket, you need
Actions to keep your people poor, my lord.
that is OBI, right?
No, it's not obvious.
Nobody see the same thing. I see Maggie put a post on Facebook
Actions to keep the people poor.
talking about by the
promenade?
the promenade and how dirty and unkept it is. You check and the
But they privatize the promenade, they take it away from city council, you know.
the whole
They privatize it, you know. Even the toilets there and everything.
how they calling it,
Yeah, man.
the whole upkeep of the space and so on, and is a clear reflection on the mismanagement. You check me, because at the end of the day, that is just pure mismanagement, my brother. To have that kind of level of how they call that? Yeah, but looking forward
No,
there.
it's just failures, man.
Yeah, but remember when man was going, I remember when we was going high school, they had passed the littering law, laws against littering in Dominica. I remember in that, in the 90s when I was going high school. You check, all around the place used to have billboards. All around the place. I remember all by the BS there, all around town
Yeah.
used to have billboards, my
True.
brother. Courtesy, do not litter.
Yeah.
Keep your environment clean.
And green.
You check, you could get a ticket for littering today. That is if them police themselves littering.
You get a ticket for Creole Festival.
You can still get that ticket for
For Creole Festival.
You still like
But that don't exist still.
it. Exists still.
yeah, man.
Where there?
You can issue.
Where?
Yeah, little one.
Where they exist still?
It exists still. Why you say? Why you think? Why
I
you
never
think?
see no litter warden.
That man of payroll as little one. I talking about my telling
Mickey
you.
Moore is a little warden.
Why can't understand?
Mickey Moore is a litter warden.
Mickey Moore is a little warden.
And them man walking Roseau and people littering in front of
No, he
them.
taking this job serious. He just goes back and rubbish and find the culprit.
I can put my hand.
It's Mickey.
If it's one person I can put my hands on for is Mickey. He is
Boy, Mickey bursting rubbish and Mickey looking like hell for a detective and finding out which house that rubbish come out, you know. You know, for that, but he's one. He have others, but he's one.
Okay, you know Mickey not true? You must bring him on the promenade.
No, listen, my empire.
No, the promenade,
Let me tell you.
the promenade privatized in the upkeep of it. I'm telling you,
Don't you
because
wanna-
normally this is supposed to be on the city council and the people and them, the government administration, they actively, they send the memos to the council that right the promenade finish and they can trust everything to them, and everyone get excited. We make walk through on promenade and thing, and then last minute when the memo come, they can privatize that.
So what thing that passed?
With law, but remember we have a council that submissive, so they agree. But I know who that taking care of the flowers, who's taking care of the grounds, the toilet, all them thing there.
Let me tell you that, don't he?
Oh, I mean who paying them?
Let me tell you that.
Privatize who paying them, somebody have to give them a contract.
But the government, or I mean, or if it's the pal rep of I can't tell exactly who they are the contract.
Tomorrow is the one I know for sure. Huh? That they do that. Go around and check on these things. But Pyro, the garbage situation is so overwhelming, eh?
Mickey can't help that.
What Mickey can do?
He dead. He has to like, he doesn't have to his draw. He doesn't have to his draw. He has to his draw.
At the end of the day,
Poor management, my brother.
right now I cannot even say people literally litter in the place. I cannot even say that because when garbage trucks will pass, garbage trucks will pass.
But people litter, Among the rubbish.
Yeah, because the place is just a mess, Pyro. If it's up to a standard where you have garbage collection on time and you see the place clean, and it's gonna be difficult for you to want to litter there, you know, my boy, if you're making the place clean, you know.
Rastafari, let me tell you that. And a place to put the garbage when they collect it, you know.
Huh?
A place to put the garbage when they collect it.
But I telling
But
you,
we don't want to take that garbage thing, boy. A lot of cancer patients, cancer people in stock farm, you know. We don't pay attention to that. Place, don't just get 5,000 truck. Get a place to truck to offload. The truck need a place to offload.
I telling you, the whole situation.
The government have to speak to people in stock farm there seriously, you know. They have to get a place to put the garbage. Okay? And the thing I noticed they doing in solid waste, they digging a hole to put the tires. A hole to put tires. What is the next stage? You can only dig a brand new hole already, you know. To put the tires. So when you put tires in a hole, what is the next step with the tires? When you put it in a hole?
Listen to that. Putting the tires in a hole.
It's
right?
burning it.
Putting the tires in a hole. What do you think you're doing now?
But family for you to burn it.
But that
Family for you to burn it.
no, but that don't make no sense.
So
does
bury
it?
it then.
But I telling you, that don't make no sense. Burying it or burning it. They should have a program in place.
You have a shredder, use it to backfill, have different things. Yeah. You know, in one of the meetings we had a little.
You have the treads there doing the
in
tread
one of,
tires.
in
And
one
all
of
them
our
things there,
meetings,
my brother.
Team met with us, you know, Henry Shillingford and the other gentleman, his name, yes. They've been outlining a proposal that make to government for the thing and nothing ever happened. I know the OECS come forward with a plan for rubbish. Government back down, they don't have money, never have money, nothing ever happened. Every single time. Oh, okay, let's go into recycling and we have to collect our garbage and separate it to put where.
But by now we should be on that level, brother.
Yes.
Because now because
But opportunities
If
came,
we're
you know,
on them
and
level.
government always down, you know.
if we're on them level,
Government down,
then
things
the
are bad.
landfill-
It's just that for everything that's serious. Everything that's serious, things are bad, and then everything else are not serious. Things are okay.
No, but by now don't think the landfill supposed to be on them level because you don't have the issue of those kind of hazards.
Yeah, but to that, you don't
In
think.
2005, when they
To-
initiated the landfill, it was supposed to be on that level.
Yeah,
I
but
tell you,
Tola,
then you will have-
the only
then you
thing
will have
the,
them
only,
hazard.
the only thing the landfill need to be now is out of road zone, nothing out of stock farm, you know.
Doesn't matter where
Like the
you
only thing
put
need to
it.
be-
What I say doesn't matter where you put it.
The
You cannot put
management
it-
of the garbage and all this
you
kind of
cannot-
thing there, they
what
have
I
to
try
deal
and
with that
say,
story.
It doesn't matter where we put it out of okay, yes, we have to put it out of roads, I agree with that. But you can't put it out of roads and
No, it can't come roads
and
south.
it being managed the same place.
It can't come road zone south. You have spot for that
I
there.
tell you, you can put it out of roads, no problem in that. No problem in that, but it's supposed to be managed in a better way than how it is. I'm telling you, if it was managed in a better way, then we wouldn't be in them situations.
Yeah, one thing, Paris is a fella I really fond of because I think he's a conniving fella, but he talk about compensation for the people for the area, and that is an important part of it because people have to buy medication and take care of their family and bury their family, cancer, kind of different things we go through up there, you know, and going through.
And then an idiot come after him and say his statement he made is some kind of thing. So all what his contribution he make is null and void.
But I didn't imagination the mom can say that.
Yeah.
The mom can tell the idiot.
The why name again Oscar George come and say hey them man the minister in the Ministry of Sports some kind of thing like that. No miss. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you expect, man?
Penville. Idiot. Yeah, man, see the man talking inside him. Nothing for the people, in behalf of the people, my brother. That man actually, like, I chicken like, what, my brother? You check it? Yeah.
You also feel like your power, you know, the thing and the Prime Minister and Mao have Kasani and Blackmore. But up there, boy, up there too. Yeah, man, and it's a while, you know, the Oscar fell around, it's a little while. Yeah, man. He even matched from a youth man into
No, but really and truly, Rastic, the garbage thing there is serious, Ras. Imagine I go up thing to up Scott said on the top of this on the thing. I know it have a kind of a the only thing. It have like a hole there, like a I don't know like you have the cannon there and then it have a where the man maybe just hiding them soldiers just go there and duck. All inside they have KFC box and that kind of thing, my brother. I watch you checking. My brother. You come in there and watch it thing and as a tour, as whatever tourist or what you go, and you just chip in your KFC box inside there.
And all them things too is infrastructural problem, because when you look at it, take for instance, you just say, well, okay, do a development plan for them area, put in the infrastructure, garbage bin, all them things there, receptacles. But some of them areas as if they even have garbage receptacle, you just have people as, and it's sad, man. And then again, like all them parks and them public spaces, you're supposed to have wardens to patrol them areas and ensure people not doing them thing. Because, I mean, yes, at the end of the day, you provide a service, but you also have to ensure people stick to
the protocol.
Yeah, man. So you're saying all them areas, them parks and them things, you're supposed to have wardens to patrol and ensure that them things are not happening. You can ticket people there. People supposed to. Well, I remember being in Cuba and them man giving you a ticket for walking on the road without shit. You check? Yeah.
I mean, them are the only proud of. We have an ideas, to try to give a ticket for walking on the road without shit. Give an idea. Remember, them are looking to suckers dry.
Well,
Don't give them no idea they had a ticket for walking without shit.
it is not giving man ticket for walking without shit. Yes, there is a problem. There are among them man that walk without.
Remember them man, they on a pro, they want paper, they forgot the paper there and they was and right now they want paper there. You listen to the budget.
Them man don't money.
Huh?
Them man don't money. See that?
The money from
Police supposed to be giving people ticket for what? Seat belt, all them things there. Huh? I want people that really get
but
ticket for
right, you rather ticket at a street season.
parking on sidewalk, all kind of thing.
Well, the parking side is just an unfair thing. Because if you look Cox Street there, you have vehicles parked on the sidewalk there. I don't know how it's supposed to.
But that's what I tell you.
The boundary on the sidewalk. One kind of mad thing happening.
Okay, what is the next option for him to park? Where is the next option?
No, but I tell you about, remember, your Acme garage on the sidewalk. When you're charging a man for parking his vehicle on the sidewalk for 10 minutes, 20 minutes to run in a store, and you have vehicles
So you're supposed to charge him
for days and weeks and weeks.
Forget Acme Garage.
No, you don't forget in Acme Garage. Acme Garage have to face the charge like every other body.
Yes.
You cannot, it's discrimination.
Understand what I can see.
You cannot discriminate against people. The law is the law. If
No, I can tell you something. See that? Forget Acme Garage that I see, right? You go in Roseau there now. It have certain areas you have keep clear, no parking and them kind of things, right? But now, as you see now, I'm not to come there running a business place and do this thing very fast. But what is the next option? Not only keep clear, you gonna have to park
on the sidewalk.
So that I tell you,
But
because they don't give you another
Or you can
option.
park by Lindo Man
They don't
and
give
walk
you,
down
it
Roseau.
don't have no other option as to where you can park.
Lindo Man,
So we have a reason
Roseau.
for why we should give you a ticket for parking there.
Right now,
It have no
it's
parking.
extreme. It have parking space in Roseau. Don't tell me about it.
It a parking space in Roseau,
If it
Pyro?
have parking
No, by
space-
Pyro, boy. No, by
It a
Pyro.
parking space in
Listen
Roseau?
to that. Let me talk. Let me fucking see.
Workers on Roseau, workers park in the back.
It have parking space in. Let me tell you that. The way you talking is like all spot. Let me tell you that. The way you talking is like all spot in Roseau have a keep clear. It have areas that have keep clear and it have areas people can park. You check me. It have the thing with it. Roseau have a lot of bus stand, my brother.
Okay.
You check.
Oh, you have to talk now.
Huh?
You start to talk.
Nobody Roseau have a lot of bus stand. And remember, enough
Can't
man.
park on the bus stand.
And enough man now come in work, they have their ride, man parking. So when you come by them business place, the owner already don't park two free ride in front of his business, you know.
And the workers, the
It-
workers.
exactly. You check. So. Plus now, apart from that, when you come there, where you going to park now? Huh? You go still get.
But my
It
suggestion-
still have it still have one to park in, but don't make it seem like as if it
No,
don't
no,
have
no
parking
one
at
to
all.
park
It
in.
have
No,
park.
no park.
The thing
That-
with
that
it,
have a bike, right?
a lot of the thing too, my brother, a lot of it too is them roads need to reorganize. You check. That is one thing.
But they are the 41 million US, let's just talk about that. Let's talk about that. That's on my mind. Look at people forget that.
That is your
September
thing,
last year,
eh?
41 million US dollars.
But the man say they missing the infrastructure.
Boy, them are wicked, like wicked issue, boy. So we have a $41 million stab on our back. Up to nobody asking for where that money go.
Where it go?
You go buy the market
You know where it go. You know where it go. All of us know where it go. Them con man game there.
Do something else, boy. No, but what I'm going to tell you, it's on our back, it's on the taxpayers' back, my brother. So we should be concerned because we have the responsibility to repay it.
Definitely.
So we should be concerned about this money is there. You check because it's those things you know that when they call it for the $15 on the water and the road levy and then they say they can jack up the VAT to 20% and all those factors there, you know. That give you the right to those things there. So when them people taking them loans, it's supposed to have a different process, man. You can't wake up today and say you get a loan from somewhere, you're gonna take it all, you have to pay it. But that life there not for me. But it's like I live in the bush. But how I can take that responsibility to pay money and where it go? But I
Yeah.
have to pay it.
Yeah.
But that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
But think about the logistics about it. Them man in the area to just take a loan, take it National Bank, take everywhere. You so it's like them man have a revenue stream to pay the loan.
Yeah.
But they can the authority to just take it and then you have the authority for you to repay it with interest.
Responsibility. Not the authority, not the responsibility. And as you saying that, Dante,
Yeah, boy.
as you saying that, Dante, wait a while.
People that don't know they pay those loans, you know.
True, you're correct. They think the government are paying it. They say the government are paying it. Then they're not-
And that is why I doesn't discuss CBI because CBI is one of the major factors that make people think government have no money other than tax revenue. That is one of the major
But
poison in your mind.
But CBI, that's why I tell people to understand those things. CBI is still our funds.
Of course.
It's still a state revenue. It's still our patrimony and self.
All that I tell you, I understand the money belongs to the state, but I tell you that give people the opinion that
Yeah,
government
because
have
they
an
don't understand.
alternative revenue stream other than tax.
Because they don't understand
Yeah.
the situation.
That's what that CBI thing do. That create no mind, you know.
But I'm
Illusion.
telling you, they don't
But
understand the
illusion.
situation.
Illusion.
No, let me just touch.
They don't understand the situation. They don't ever accept it like that, you know.
No. As we were talking about that, I have to do a research, but I pass Walton Wave when I come Walton Wave and I pass in that road coupled to Walton Wave. I don't know how much years. What do you? How much years? What happened in Indiana? Yes, from Capital up to now. I believe in that open I coming down there. I still have to go up the Mount Prosper Road kind of thing. And that and the Mount.
What I want to ask you a question. Where you and to ask you a question, where you pass? Where you pass to come from Watermaven?
I pass Trafalgar and I come along the back there.
You pass through
Trafalgar.
original Watermaven Road, through the village coming down to go Coptol area.
I pass Trafalgar and on my way down now, I coming down to go down Coptol side.
But now I'm telling him, where you pass to leave Watermaven.
Yeah, there I pass, yes, there I pass.
It's
But
not
I-
Trafalgar, you pass to leave Watermaven.
No, I pass Trafalgar, enter Watermaven.
Enter
We
Watermaven.
pass to leave Maggie.
Coptol
The
side.
Watermaven Road to come down
Watermaven Road.
to come down Coptol.
Yes.
So that's what I go and ask him. So when you reach there, you could not go through. You end up going up in that
Mount Prosper Road, yeah.
because I know there was a time they had even blocked that
I
area.
know that block, I know what he's talking about.
So that's why I asking him if they open it.
Yeah, it opened.
Oh,
it
well,
was just
alright,
close. But
Because you see, hold on, you see just before the turning to go up to Mount
Mount Prosper
back
Road,
road
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Right there, they had closed it there because they're fixing a thing there, put like a bridge or whatever somewhere there.
Okay.
So they had closed it for that. So I don't even know that we open Namagi.
I passed it yesterday.
But that's still in the dilapidated
I'm telling
state.
you, it that miserable. We have to have SUV. when we
So I
pass.
can't believe, I can't believe
since-
that, man.
Boy,
Boy.
it's 8 years now, eh?
8 years.
Boy, more than that, boy.
2016, 2015 to now 10 years ago.
Boy,
What going on? I need to.
No, imagine I was going up Mount Prospect.
they start to pave the road. They start to pave the road from the village to almost where you're talking about there, right? And they never finish that up till now.
But the 26 year old out of commission there.
What?
Before that. They had start to fix it.
Eric,
Try and fix it in 2020, they start to do a work.
Right, paving it coming down and then they stop.
But since the road closed a long years ago,
2015.
you was passing Moun Séwyè.
Yeah.
Okay, but the Moun Séwyè bypass Commonwealth wide, you know. After the road was shut down, and then they start to fix the road. They start to fix the road. It was the McIntyre and
They
thing.
block here, I tell you, I ask a bus driver about that.
They start fixing it and it stop a long
Stop,
time
right?
now.
Stop.
But it seems Eric and I mash up in
Yeah. First of all,
That is the number one tourist destination.
Yes, well,
First of all, Pyro, let me tell you something. From Coptol to Waterhaven, before the road had blocked, before the road did block during Erica, right?
yeah.
The road was already in a dilapidated state.
But you're not close, boy.
You know, listen to me, my boy. Before the landslide happened,
That's block it up, right?
before the landslide happened, Waterhaven. Before the landslide had happened and blocked the road. No, the Coptol side to come up to go straight to the original road. No, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. I tell you, that road, right? Before the landslide, it was already even dilapidated already, big holes, all kind of things was in a bad condition. So now all them time they know I go in Waterhaven steady with tourists, which you all know that. So now it have couple fellas in the village, I tell them, boy, a place like Waterhaven with what Pyro is saying there, which is one of the main tourism destination, right? Boy, why them man not fixing the road? That man, that's not the man go fix the road, man. No, listen to that, Pyro. Listen to that. So boom, they start to fix the road. They start to give it concrete coming down. Erica come. Block the road. Landslide. That little piece, they start paving coming down where they stop there. That area, they call that area Castle. Before you take the back road to Moun Séwyè. They stop that there. Erica come and gone.
Still don't bring it right down now.
But I telling you there, before Castle there,
It's
this.
like a one-lane bridge.
But I telling you before Castle there, I telling you there, before Castle
Let
that
me
stop.
tell you top secret information. It had a money in council to use the stadium. The money was in common council to do rehabilitate Gota Village Road and rehabilitate Tarish Pit Road. That's it there for years. Nobody move on and then after they take the money, I mean, I on council and direction from Ministry of Finance to send the money to Waterhaven for the road. Send the money to Waterhaven. There's two money. Tarish Pit Road and Gota Road. They send the money there. It had the money in Funko Development Committee, $200,000. It stayed there for a few years for the pit eradication project. I think they do some in it was yourself in the tongue area. Rankings area, but it was enough. They sent the money there, that stayed there, and then they paid that money for Isaac to come in 2019. Although they had a budget of 27 million.
Yeah.
27 million, and even that is a serious issue for Dominicans there. 27 million US dollars there to campaign in 2019. But I have to bring the book.
Yeah, man.
Facts are there.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't tell you, no, I just said the first time I
No, that is a fact.
27 million US dollars for the
For the
2019
campaign.
general election budget, Labour Party budget campaign. Yeah, I tell you, I don't know at what point Labour Party had $27 million US dollars to campaign.
It was
Because every time they had a little collection basket passing in the meeting,
Yeah, 2019, you're right. 2019.
2019, yeah, I sure.
They spend the money that election, eh?
Taking collection basket that full lot.
Yeah, they spend the money. They spend the money that election.
When man come down $150, $200,
They spend the money that election.
And not to say that have a meeting regularly every week, month, sometimes 3 4 months go and meeting, so you check. But they always have the little collection basket regularly. Passing
You
along.
forget that same year, what they call it, the documentary Country for Sale come out. And Nanton received how much it was, 200 or 400,000.
Yeah. You see the Al Jazeera report.
With a month for it and all that.
Yeah, I trade down. Yeah, my trade down.
Dominica and my trade house.
Things happen in Dominica. And man, fire when the man say it have tankers smuggling Iranian oil. I say no, boy, that's not true. I put my big item time. I say, boy, one thing politics make man say thing, eh? And they only do finalize at the research, but real thing.
Yeah,
that big tankers, the big Dominican flag, boy, pitching across sea,
But
selling big money of oil, real thing. I think you know what?
A man accused the Prime Minister of bribery and thing on international news.
Alright.
And I dropped that, I don't know his name.
Another time again, them man say.
How much are them?
Man supporting them man say. Them man say. People start to say them man hire the express boat to go and take it to campaign. Boy, I put in my hand in fire. I take it by
Yeah,
whatever.
man. But them man had video. But they had
that was
video.
just before that. Mr. Austro, Mr. Savannah saying. So you mean to tell me you hate the Prime Minister because he promised you a fridge and you don't buy it yet? And a stove? I think Mr. Savannah he make them statements there, you know. And then they man talk about the thing. And they man really hire the boat, my brother. I watch him the clip on the boat. All my friends and people I know and people drinking and free no good and take it to campaign and stuff, right?
Yeah,
No, I telling you, know. And I tell myself,
Ah, they
I
charter
never
the
chook
boat,
my
they
hand
charter
fire
the
for
boat.
nobody again, you know. Nobody. You mad, but you guilty of it, you can prove you innocent, eh? Yeah, you guilty.
the man charter the boat, boy.
With big tankers we and going across the oil. Oil we, black gold we. All of them are mingling and big money we.
Boy, so long the man in that,
Where
boy.
the money they're going?
But that is something else. I know today the man has to come and pay and say, you have to put $100 from the system to pay for your transport. I have to agree. By the monkey, by the stupid then.
Them
The
man
monkey
put
does
their
buy beef,
money
I
privately.
I have to agree. Man, bubble all your billions of dollars with my brother and do their shit with.
But them man
And
making
now
their
the man
money
has to come and
private,
say,
boy.
oh, we have to pay more.
Them man making their money
We need help
private.
in Dominica now, we ja. No, we really need help now, we.
Yeah. Yeah, well, brother, trust me.
Yeah.
We don't have to help ourselves, eh? It's on us. Yeah. Nobody else but us. We can call Jah from January to December. If we don't stand up for ourselves, and here pack affair to Rastafari. So we have to stand up. And
All them is the reasons why we need to make the change.
yeah, man. And what I feeling I feeling inspired and motivated about the youngsters and them. They starting to they don't starting now. They getting louder and they getting serious. Yeah, man.
Maggie, you must get angry.
And that's what we need. We need the energy from the youths and them
Eventually they
because
get
it's
angry.
it's they that going to it's them, their future.
But you can't
And
sit
they
down
know.
there. You do good and sit, every day you do good and sit down the same place, you know.
Yeah, man.
It must torment your mind one day, you know.
And they say crab have to walk if you want to eat 2 days.
Yeah, but sometimes the crab walking and it's still
Still
saying
getting
to
the-
18, so
still
I telling you
eating.
they're going to keep on
Boy,
doing exactly the
crucially.
same thing. And you're listening to a set of people telling you about how much money, how much this, how much
Yeah.
that, and you don't see the reality of it. You understand me? And you're checking. Let me tell you the problem with that situation, Maggie. The young generation is speaking about there. A lot of them, their parents in support of the government. And they don't see no benefit that their parents getting from that government.
Yes.
So to them, that is not a reality.
Correct. And they come to a realization.
And
that is
the
what
problem.
that is
Because
it.
for so many years, they've been hearing their parents saying the same thing, and they seen the same thing. They don't see nothing different.
Yeah, man.
You understand?
Yeah, you'll be
Who you
right.
can vote for us to see better. That is the best government.
Mm-hmm.
But those children, remember, you send you to school.
Yeah.
And you don't send them to school to be dumb, you send them to school to learn.
Yeah.
So even though it's one thing they might learn, but they learn something.
That is right.
You understand what I'm telling you?
Correct is right.
So they learn different things. They know about what is development supposed to be, what
Yeah.
this supposed to be, and what that's supposed to not be.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, they finding boys. Since I was little girl, since I was little boy, I always seen my mother up and down with labor and this and after election. It's the same way she had to send me by the neighbor to get a little oil and a little, yeah. You seen big man, big woman, you seen the same thing still happening to you. You say what something must trigger somebody.
Yeah, boy, telling you.
So it putting problems in homes now
And
with
then
parents and children.
And them youth taking out, making the travel now, going Lucia in football for football and basketball and thing and different thing, and they seeing the difference. I telling you, I go over there with youths and football last summer, and them you checking what? St. Lucia there, just there on the boat, but looking like we looking like we New York we. But how come Dominica don't have that? How come Dominica don't have mall? They have two mall there, we one by each other. Dominica don't have a mall, and them you checking like what going on? I say people. Boy, yeah, them you seen this and that, and them you checking, coach. Them you checking coach, and I smiling, I smiling, and that's why I really pushing for them youths to get opportunity to go out there and see the world, to see what we have, you know.
That's that Billy Double A do them thing as the second in command on that project.
Yeah man, Rosile, I tell a partner of the we come play football up there, I tell him man boy, I can get a bus for you driving over to make money, man. Then we drive bus Dominica. I tell him, boy, you mad that road looking too busy that I can't handle that. I feel like I can carry it away. Lucia the man be there way. You check I telling you? So man seeing like just send Lucia they go in there drive. When I used to go send Lucia in 92 WCK, my brother, but I want to go back way. They are so
But that same bus driver will tell
they are
you.
so quasi boy. Bushy, all Rodney Ben bush, boy from Rosile to Tongue is Apache bush. No. Boy, Marinan, Moreland, this and that. Timal. You feel me? Anyway.
And all them things is private sector.
Yes, I tell you. Boy, if you don't.
Well, you want to people have to have fridge they can talk to. Full my glass of apple juice and put 4 cubes of ice and this pattern take it. The other set have to use sunflower butter bowl. Yeah, sunflower butter bowl.
Yeah, that's right.
But them have no respect, my brother. And Dominic can agree. Some people will tell you that how to spend $1,000 make it last you a month and still save.
Yeah. Are we clapping that?
But nobody level of disrespect. The level of disrespect that is, my brother. That is how low you have a nation.
He used to eat corn beef, he doesn't eat corn beef no more.
Yeah, but corn beef good.
But corn beef good, so
Yeah.
cheaper for the people to
Yeah.
When the same street they crying about how they call it non-communicable.
This is yeah.
What?
Or if it's
Tax on switch.
you know what?
And starting to grow GMO.
You understand?
But I don't know how come them people sick. So you put in tax on cokes, tax on this, tax on that, and then you say, but let's start to grow genetic modified things that proven messing up people.
My brother, them
And-
fellas don't love Dominicans, my
But
brother.
it's something wrong with them, fella. But it's not that, it's deal.
They don't love
Because when you
ourselves.
take them and money, you have to push the agenda.
Yeah, correct.
That's what we have to focus on.
Correct.
Oh, I agree with you.
You
What
check?
I try and tell you, you don't go and take first of all, you as a prime minister, your allegiance supposed to be to your people. You understand?
Supposed
That's what I'm saying. Your allegiance supposed to be to your people, right? So any deal you're making, you're supposed to know you have to make a deal that's going to be.
benefit your people.
You understand me?
Yeah.
And a deal that your people will agree with.
Yeah,
You don't go and take a deal, the people will agree to the deal, you know, my boy. That is a problem. But the man riding on his foolish ego and he figure out, well, I'm well boss.
But don't talk nonsense here. The man go after Maria, the man go in the UN. I watch the man speech, the man cry. The man say he just got on the front line of climate change, resilient people. The man say one J thing. When the money start to fall, the man come and say, Dominic, all the car work, all the car do nothing. And the man start to outsource things. The man uses, like, you got to go back in and watch this speech. Listen to him. I don't want you to listen to himself.
What are you going to use?
And the man say, Brazilian people and the people.
I do like the
They
boy.
would bring in Guyanese.
Yeah, Jamaicans, yeah.
to take their money.
Lucians.
Talk about these,
Boy.
these carpenters.
And how much of them man here they train? Else that train them man to work with. They still here we.
The man have to come back and do all the work with.
Most of them man, the man have to come back and teach them man how to work.
To work.
And them man making more money than the man.
But they getting all over.
But I mean Lucian, I want to tell Lucian, them man can't drive, don't make them learn to drive. They're not about driving now. But I'm telling you,
Ras, boy.
you check. But them man users, they users. Tell me, some of them good people, man. Oh no, boy, Madam Chairman, the world need to come together and we need to stand with Dominican. The man say so much thing, boy. Marguisa, when the money have to come, the man say Dominican can't do nothing. The Chinese embassy say Dominicans can't work. Everybody saying Dominicans lazy. They can't do nothing. We don't have nothing. We don't have no equipment. We don't have nothing. We don't have no sense in our brain. We're stupid. And them man just make an excuse in front of our face to spend the money to outsource the work
To foreigners.
to foreigners. Eh?
Ras,
But when we have a set of people that say Dominicans lazy now, and Dominicans basically they work to foreigners because Dominicans don't want to. We have our own people, the Prime Minister, we have our own people that say nothing.
you're right.
No, but Dominicans develop that. Okay, look at the
We
major.
have our own people, listen to
Look
that.
at the major
Let me
building
tell
that
you
built
that.
recently.
There are
After them
people
people come
that
down.
get loans from foreigners after marriage.
Yeah, but
Foreigners take their money, Lucians, whoever take their money and go.
okay.
And
Okay.
they have to come back to the same set of people they saying that they do bad things.
Jolly's contracting in Fokoli. I don't know what they do on Posse. I see on Posse too. But one of them companies the government bring down that come down that Jolly's give their contract. Huh?
Yeah.
Look the next side them people be local people again. Would
I
that
tell
bill
you,
for
our
them?
own people saying Dominicans cannot
Would that bill
do
for them?
boy, beside the Prime Minister.
And on. I mean, I respect Carl Nasty for that because Carl Nasty make sure they get local people to work, rebuild, to build do it center, to renovate Nasty where it have thing right now fresh market and so forth and so forth to build to extend the warehouse down there.
But to be 40.
No, Carl Nasty not.
No, but when I say to be 40, the same nasty fan them come back to the local people. And
40 young? No, boy, foreigners.
Idiots.
Foreigners that do 40
But they
young.
are they run they are
No, but you can still, but you can.
in the end they come back to all the local contractors.
Yeah, but you can still see at least because I tell myself now, watching all them companies
Because
here
Steve and
that
Keith and
outsourcing.
them that
I watch all them companies that outsourcing their woods, Jollies and Carlton, Philip, and everybody. They making their place nice and dandy, just like the post of the government with foreign contractors and foreign people doing the work.
Yeah.
And then
foreign
after they
contractor
open in their showroom, they open in their big supermarket, their mega store. They all their thing for the local man to come and buy.
Yeah.
You know that you see that sickness is spreading in Dominica getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
You try telling you, imagine that, you know.
Yeah.
So your money you spend it on foreign people, but try to make your money, you go back to local people.
The project Carlton Flip are going on there. A foreign contractor that doing that now.
What do you do?
I don't know, I'm asking you.
But so you see them in their uniform then? They are uniform working on there. You think them working on there?
No, I don't know. I ask him because when I go in there by parts, I don't see no foreign contractor there. You know.
Yeah, well, a foreign contractor. You don't have the local handyman work. And you got the contractor, you know, have the job.
But I
And you're
don't
talking
see,
about.
I don't see nobody like that there. Is thing as
But the Chinese is a contractor. How they have working there? We boasting 80 workers up there.
Why does your controlling that project is cornered yourself for Carlton Philip? You know, like going and buying parts, you know.
I don't know.
That's what I see. I never see.
I still from building that there, you know.
It have a set of Dominicans and
No.
a set of Lucians and things working there. It have a couple Lucians that living in the area down where they working. And some amount to be man.
Yeah, but plenty of our companies we doing that and we going for local companies to spend our money. And everybody want to build economy and I don't know what then shit they'll be talking about it.
Local, but it don't look like the service.
Yeah.
Locals, yeah, but the locals have to buy in all the big place, boy. I mean, those things are hurtful, you know.
Of course.
Of course that is full.
Yeah, those things are hurtful. You check and then after we have to settle for the underpaid
No,
job,
but
the
it's the
fast
same-
job,
it's the same
to dust
thing.
your shelf,
Don't
to
see
sweep
it.
your floor and the thing there. So
can't
we're not good enough for the big job then.
You see what you're saying there? Now, it coming back to the same thing there again now as in terms of okay, they don't give you that a job. But what about they sitting down there and watching the country? What about they sitting down there and they watching the country going down the drain as businessmen and it affecting their business and they not saying nothing about it?
And Dominicans don't work in, they don't say nothing, they find like all that big project going on. You don't hear no private sector, you don't know
So they have
nothing
to
about
realize what they're
alien,
contributing to their
alien,
own
but
self.
Dominicans don't work in. You don't hear social security alien, but how come Dominicans don't work in? You don't hear nobody alien that my brother.
Shit.
No, but I mean the interest, remember it's their interest here because it's there. When we have money, we buy them, we can buy.
Yeah.
So it's in their best interest for us to have paper, you
To
know.
have money to can spin around.
Because you cannot want to build your big business and everybody around you broke like dog and your place empty, AC blowing and nothing to selling. So I can understand that what that over those people there because for you to run a business, that one people to always have money, spending power, and then you have a business, you have a thriving business, but you cannot watch everybody brooks and mal and they want to open a big business. So who you gonna sell for?
Commercial level.
So only them people have their secret meeting to import people with money to buy in them store and they agree. Because that can be the only next thing again you can think about. You check, boy, madness that's going on there. Just like government outsources all their work, but when they want tax dollar, where they going? The people they deprive of working. You know what I'm telling you? And these kind of things there. And that have to buy that have to put the ice in the butter dish. The butter dish is for you to hold a little croissant now, for you to pay the tax. But that is something else, right?
Yeah.
You check, we bring a school Calabishi. If I'm taking the school in Calabishi now, we just go with the school. Talk to me now, fast, you're wasting my time.
Yeah, man.
You check.
Yeah, anyway.
Well, that's not for right.
Yeah, man.
It was a pleasure, always good. Sometimes it's not a pleasure because I just get angry.
Yeah.
I just get out of myself, man. The stupidity level, but anyway.
But
It's
like
always
I
a love and blessings.
Yeah, man, like I said to everybody, it's us. We can call on Jah Rastafari, God, everything, but we have to do what have to be done. It's on us. We have to start to do what needs to be done in order for us to fix our place for our youths because it's not easy right now.
So that to humble ourselves and come together.
So yeah, man, it's togetherness that's going to make it happen. We have to come together and strength in numbers. You know what I mean? Iron sharpen iron, unity in strength. Each one teach one. Bless up, one love. Give thanks for all the comments and the, share the live, share the conversation, keep it going, and everybody tell them to stand up, stand firm, together as one, and let us do what needs to be done for the year. Yeah, man. Be firm, be fair. I agree.
Oh, midnight. That's enough fly. You are what? I tell you what time.
What the lady tell you?
Huh?
What the lady tell you?
Yeah, we still on. Yes, I don't think that off.
Well, the lady tell me, go do one of people show and thing boy. I tell the lady I come for more, so the next time